Are you still buying gas, groceries, and fast food without getting cash back? Why are you doing that? You could be getting cash back on all of these things. And not like, here's some credits to use at this store again and some points. This is cash. This is money on your phone that you can then deposit straight into your PayPal and then put that into your bank account. Over the last 2 years, I have earned $299.39 on Upside. Now, they have cashback offers at all kinds of places. Circle K, Lion's Choice, local random restaurants, Papa Murphy's, Phillips 66, Huck's, all kinds of places now. You can get cash back just for shopping there. All you have to do is give them the last 4 digits of your card, and then they just make sure that you use those same cards at these places and give you cash back on the app. When you go to get the app, use the invite code Janice3538. That's JANICE 3538 to get an automatic 15 cents back per gallon on your first transaction using the app. This year, I'm using the money that we save up for Christmas. It's May, and I've only used it a couple of times on things other than gas, and I already have almost $60 saved up for Christmas for the kids this year. I'm hoping to have about $200 saved up, which doesn't sound far-fetched, especially because now they're offering it at over 50 different local restaurants and 50 different nationwide companies. So like I said, get the app, Upside. That's UPSIDE, and use the invite code Janice3538 to get 15 cents per gallon back on your first transaction. Upside doesn't share any of your personal information with your referral network, so you don't have to worry about like your friends who you refer to the app knowing everything you do and everywhere you shop. Same with people who you are referred from, so don't worry. No one's going to know all the things that you buy. So I'm the unhinged sister. I have no interest in self-preservation. I'm so much less of a cunt than people deserve. I am death, decay, darkness, and ick. This is disgusting and dangerous. I lost the vacuum. Hey, Becky No Blinker, do you guys know how hard it is to passive-aggressively bully someone who deserves aggressive bullying? Oh my gosh, I can't remember if I've used that new intro or not, but the intro, that's a new one. I made it. It's me. It's sound clips from all of my random TikToks that I think are funny. I don't fucking care if anybody else thinks they're funny. I think they're funny. But, so this isn't going to be like a real episode. I just need to get some shit off my chest, and I can't do it on TikTok because people are stupid on TikTok. So instead, I'm going to talk to you guys on here really fast where I can say whatever the fuck I want. So, the world is on fire right now. Has that one, Irish MEP, I think that's what she called him, Butcher Biden. Fuck yeah, that's right. Yeah, we're continuing to, fund the Israeli forces, which is just fucking fantastic. Can't express how fucking much I just absolutely love that. Like a hole in my head. Just adore it. So while we're here real fast, let's smoke. All right, ready, everybody? If you got it, smoke it. If you don't, what the fuck are you doing here? But yeah, I had this thought on the way home about how the people who hate immigrants the most are the ones who like to utilize the different types of services and products that immigrants usually provide. And I just find that to be really funny. It's basically, this is me saying what Kelly Osbourne was trying to say, but with like big human educational thought words instead of what she said, because that was fucking stupid. But yeah, like I just think it's really funny that all of these people who want to close the border and don't realize that the border is a revolving door and that's how it works and it keeps our economy going. They're the ones who like to get their nails done. A lot, if not most nail salons are run by Vietnamese immigrants, Korean immigrants, Asian immigrants. What the fuck do you think? What? Or, and this is like a 50-50 thing, especially in my area. A lot of house cleaning businesses are just like middle-aged white ladies around here. But I know in a lot of states they are mostly immigrants. And I can't get my fucking house cleaned. I can't afford that. But most of the people who can afford to get their house cleaned are fucking conservative fucking assholes who are racist. And like that's what poor Kelly Osbourne was trying to say, which if you watch, there are videos about after that where all of the hosts say they know exactly what Kelly was trying to say. It's just that she couldn't eloquate it, appropriately. Instead, she said, you know what, Donald Trump, if you kick all the Mexicans out, like that's not what you say. The perfect way to say that is that conservative Republican douchebags who like to criticize immigrants and think that we shouldn't allow any immigrants into our country are usually the first and most vocal about utilizing services and products that immigrants typically provide. That's what Kelly Osbourne was trying to say. And I don't know why those thought words came into my brain on the way home. And I said, you know what? Other people should hear that. But there are about 700 things that are pissing me off right now. Like the fact that no matter what you do, if you buy something, someone's going to tell you that you should boycott that company. And then you're not sure if that really should be boycotted. And now there's like 7 different strikes that people are calling for, like general labor strikes. And so you don't know which one. And I'm one of those people, I cannot just not show up for work for a week. It's not a factor of like, oh, I don't want to lose my job. I wouldn't lose my job. If I really talked to my boss about it, if I really explained it to her, she would totally get it. It's that the company would kind of implode if I didn't show up for a week. And I can't come back from my week gone to a company that doesn't exist anymore. I have to have job security. I have 4 children. We have 4 kids. I can't. Like, I know people are like, well, figure it out. Raise the money. Where the fuck am I raising the money from? How many multimillionaires do you know who are just going to give everyone a week's salary plus whatever else they need to pay for? And like most people don't get paid the week that they work. So it's not that week they're not going to have money. It's the next week after. So if people can do a labor strike, that's great. But like the boycotts are making a difference. And a lot of people don't want to talk about boycotting more because they're too comfortable eating McDonald's and drinking Starbucks and Coke. Like, that's one of the big ones. Fucking stop drinking Coke products. They own everything. They own all kinds of different drinks. It's not just Coke and Sprite and whatever the fuck else. I can't remember. They own all kinds of different drink brands. I'm pretty sure they own Monster. I know they own Dasani because it's the dirt water ever. Ugh. And then they own a couple of different offshoots, like different flavored sodas. This is a no research episode, okay? This is literally just me spouting off shit, okay? But they're a big one, easy to boycott. We don't even drink Coke in this house. We drink Pepsi. So, there are major brands that you can boycott. McDonald's is feeling it now. They're feeling it hard. So is Starbucks, obviously. And another big one is Dunkin' Donuts. I know a lot of people went from Starbucks to Dunkin' Donuts, but boycott Dunkin' too. There are a million. There's 7 Brew. There's Scooters. Down the street, a new one just opened called Ziggy's. We have things like Mudslide around here. We have Mudslingers. We have like so many small coffee shops around here. But if not, okay, so if you're a latte person and you're like, I can't get my iced lattes from anywhere except for Starbucks. Yes, you can. Okay. You can absolutely get an espresso. I know it's $200. But get a Nespresso. If you can, get it online. Use Klarna, Afterpay, Affirm. Use one of those installment pays, and then you don't have to pay all like $200 at once. Also, if you're not shopping online using Honey, I will say this a million times. Why the fuck aren't you using Honey? Like, Honey and Upside. I know there's an ad on my thing, and I know it's like, oh my God, but I actually use Upside. I do not get gas in my truck without using Upside. Like at all. I never get gas without using Upside. But same with Honey. If I buy anything online that's not from Amazon, I will use Honey. And even on Amazon, using Honey, it compares the prices and shit. But anyway, get an espresso, okay? And then if you have Amazon, set up subscribe and save. Say, I know some people have been boycotting Amazon forever. I physically can't because there's some things I cannot get around here that I need. And so one of them is like my coffee. I can't buy my coffee pods anywhere. Like I cannot find mine's the Virtuoso, not the original Nespresso. So I cannot find those absolutely anywhere. And Bed Bath & Beyond closed, and they're the only place that carried them. And you can't find anything but Starbucks brand Virtuoso pods at Walmart or Target or any other like physical in-store store. So the only thing I have to stick with using is Amazon, and I'm even trying to figure out ways to go around spending as much there. Like I'm trying to figure out ways to make my own scent crystals, and I really want to know if I can make my own laundry detergent. Not the powder. I don't like the powder. I like the sheets. I want to see if there's a way I can make my own sheets, because I like the sheets a lot. Anyway, back to my original thing. So you get your own espresso maker. And I know there are other ones. I know there's a couple of different ones that have come out, but I really liked an espresso. You buy the pods, and then you can buy your own syrups. You can get syrups online. I get Monin, Monin, Monin. I like their sauce, not syrups. I don't like the clear syrup. I like sauce because I'm obnoxious and everything has to be sickeningly sweet for me. But you just do that. And like I use skim milk, so I just buy skim milk. And if not, if you're one of those people who likes hot lattes, you can buy a milk frother for like $4. I got my Paris Hilton one at Ross or Marshall's or TJ Maxx or whatever for like legitimately $4 or $5. It was perfect. So you can totally 100% boycott Starbucks and Dunkin' and save money that way. Like a lot of money. Because I used to go to Scooters every day because I used to work there. I don't know if those are on the West Coast yet, but they're all over here and on the East Coast. But maybe they started in Colorado. I don't fucking care enough. I don't work there anymore. But I used to go there every day, and I spent like $7 fucking on a coffee every single day there. And I've calculated it, and I've already paid off. Like I already bought my Nespresso. And girl math time. I got back the value on my Nespresso within a month of not buying coffee outside of the house. So I only spend, I think it's $1.50 for my coffee every single day. And that includes the coffee pod, the caramel sauce, and the milk. I did the math. It's easy because I have to do that stuff at work. So it only cost me like $1.50 every single day after paying off my espresso, which mine was $200, and I got it when I had my inheritance. So also girl math, it was free technically. But that's the best way for me. Like I will tell everybody I know to just make your own coffee at home because oh my God, working at a coffee shop made me realize how disgustingly dirty other places, Nespresso, or like espresso machines, not espresso machines, how dirty their espresso machines were. Because I was like one of the only 2 people at our Scooters who cleaned our espresso machine, and that was gross. So I wouldn't drink coffee until I cleaned the machine, and I know places that never clean them, and you have to clean it. And like at home ones, you have to desalinate it like you have to do with a Keurig or whatever. Fuck it. If you need to use a regular coffee, get a Keurig, whatever. But they don't clean them and they're nasty and you can taste that they don't clean them. And that's not something I want to deal with. So, let's see what else this week. Oh, they had the reproductive rights meeting, where, yet another panel of OBGYNs explained how abortion bans result in more deaths than abortions themselves. And Once again, no one fucking listened. Yay. I fucking hate like that. I'm sorry if I yelled in your ear, but that's how I feel. I feel like that's what I'm going to name this episode, is just America, because that's how I feel. I just get so upset. I get so mad, and like, it's like screaming into the void sometimes, because we're all just so fucking upset, and they know how mad we are, and they don't fucking care, and they're never going to fucking care. And us thinking that they're going to fucking care is just stupid. So I was looking into it today, and I actually, so I need to go to the school administration building, but I'm pretty sure I'm going to try to run for school board, but like Ira doesn't care, and I don't want to do it if he doesn't care. Like, I don't want to do it without his support. And if he's just really blasé and flippant about it, like, I don't want to do it because I like really need support for this. But the election's April 2nd, and it does not have a deadline for filing. Like, I looked on the website for an hour today total, like in between doing stuff at work. I was looking on the website for like an hour trying to figure out where the deadline was for filing. And there does not seem to be a deadline for filing, but it also doesn't have a way to file. So I need to figure out if I just go down there and like present a like valid ID with the address that's within the district. And like, one of my biggest things is going to be how 2 of our kids left middle schools within the district I want to run for because the bullying was so bad and the schools weren't doing anything about it, because the kids they knew not to say anything to the school. We all know. Anyone who says talk to the school about it has never been bullied, because all of us know, everyone who was bullied in schools, we know the school is never going to do anything. They're never going to do anything until something physical happens. And then they're going to suspend everybody so that they don't get in trouble and so no lawsuits are filed. Because if you guys don't remember, school is practice prison. Okay? You're not actually supposed to learn anything except obedience. How to listen to tones, how to do things at times when you're told, and how to do everything you're told without questioning it. Okay? Let's not forget that the American education system is so that it can go from crib to prison. That's what they want. We have to remember that the public school system is the prison pipeline, okay? This is not just me spouting off random bullshit. This has been proven by academics in many different fields. And also, like, why the fuck are we still following this antiquated school year system? We had cycles in elementary school. We had a cycle system where there were 4 cycles, A through D. If you went to school with me, you'll understand, but I don't know if anybody who went to elementary school with me listens to this shit. But, so we had A through D, and you would do 6 weeks on, I think it was 3 weeks off, and it would rotate. So at any given time, one cycle was off for 3 weeks, and the other 3 were at school. And I liked that because then, you know, like, everybody got to go off. And, like, you still got a little bit of a summer break, but it wasn't 3 months of summer break. I think it was more like a month of break and stuff, so people could still go on vacations or whatever. But you got more school done because, like, the teachers got breaks too whenever the kids got breaks. I don't know. I just hate the school schedule because now it's like they're getting them back into school as early as possible and letting them out as late as possible, and then bitching about test scores. And Missouri is so fucking bad. MAP testing is the dumbest thing ever. I hate standardized testing. I know no one likes standardized testing except for the administrators who get paid more if the kids test good, which honestly, those test scores mean nothing except that. It's just whoever gets more money. But it's just like the presidential fitness test means nothing. It means literally fucking nothing. This test was stolen from another country and then modified so that it doesn't even work effectively here. You're supposed to train all throughout the year and do testing intermediately through all of that. Like, you're not supposed to just do the test once a year and see how kids rank. That's not how the presidential fitness testing is supposed to, like, or the model that they stole. They're supposed to be training the kids to be able to excel in these tests all throughout the year. Like, why the fuck did I learn to square dance instead of learning how to build muscle in my back or something? Like, that would have been way more effective. Square dancing? Why the fuck did we all learn to square dance? Why? I need someone in the school system to fucking explain why all of us learned how to square dance. Like, the only thing I want to do with square dancing, that sounded really weird when I said it before, but I'm not going to edit it because this is a lazy episode. But the only thing I learned was that it was a new form of boys to bully us girls. That's all it was a new way for boys to bully us girls by not being picked to dance with. My God, like, I told you guys, I have a lot of things in my brain right now. And I'm trying to, like, buzz through some of them just because Audrey's going to be home in, like, 20 minutes or so. And I want to repack this bowl and smoke it before she gets home. But, that's why I haven't made an episode lately. Is because I've been so just mad and, like, up in my fee-fees about everything. And I know Ira is tired of hearing about it. Like, he's so tired of hearing about Palestine, just because it's everywhere, and, like, I just re-speak about the things that he already hears about, and but I get so upset, I get angry about that. Did everybody hear about how in the last month or so, I don't know if any more have happened, but there have been 3 different accidents involving St. Louis City County police officers where they completely missed any kind of culpability in the situation. The best one was Bar PM, where they fucking ran into this LGBTQ bar and then proceeded to arrest both of the men of a married gay couple and charged one with assault on a police officer, and are now saying they had nothing to do with it. And like that one, and then another one was where a cop ran a stop sign, and somebody else ran the stop sign at the same time. So obviously it wasn't just the cop's fault; it was the other person's fault too. But just smashed into the person. And then there was another one where a cop hit somebody. And I'm pretty sure they're charging the person with something. So yeah, St. Louis is just fantastic. It's not, I don't live in St. Louis, but this pisses me off because they're going to skirt culpability for all of this. And so, once again, ACAB. Like, yeah, ACAB. I'm fucking tired of this. And also, like, I'm so tired of seeing so many different jurisdictions in different places, and I hate that I live in unincorporated. Like, I live in unincorporated county, so any one of the cities, cops around here, you could see them, or troopers, or county, or the sheriffs, or everybody. If you get pulled over here, it could be any kind of ticket that you get. It could be a $20 ticket, or it could be a $200 ticket. You never know. It just depends on who's driving down the street at the time. And also, I'm so fucking tired of old people driving. Old people shouldn't be allowed to drive. At all. It's fucking dangerous. How the fuck do you not know where you're going? You've lived here for 90 fucking years. How do you not know what exit? Oh, because you're in early onset Alzheimer's. That's why. You shouldn't be operating a very large motorized vehicle. Carol. Get the fuck off my roads. Seriously, like, this is one of my biggest hills I will die on. I will perish in flames on the hill of old people should not be fucking driving. At all. I also don't want them in grocery stores. Get them the fuck out of the grocery store. Like, no, Paul, your fucking cart doesn't need to be sideways in the middle of the aisle while you're in the other aisle looking for fucking Asper cream or some shit. Order it on Instacart like all of the other people in your fucking retirement community. And that's another thing. Every fucking retirement community that pops up, you're like, oh, a new apartment building. Hopefully these ones will be affordable. Just kidding. It's a retirement community. You know why? Because you were all shitty parents and none of us want to take care of you. So go rot in hell with all the other shitty parents in your fucking retirement communities. That's what it is. It's a fucking epidemic of really bad parents who their kids no longer want to be responsible for. So guess what? You didn't take care of me. I'm not fucking taking care of you. That's literally what it is. And the healthcare workers who work in these places, they're the ones who are letting everyone know, hey, you don't need to come take care of your parents. They're here. They're being taken care of. If they sucked when they were, taking care of you, you don't need to take care of them. You were given life against your will. And then it was not taken care of and fostered. So I hope one day that my kids will be cool with taking care of us. If not, hopefully I find a really cool sleeper van or something. I don't know. I'm so fucking tired of the silent generation and boomers. Like, who the fuck decided they were called the silent generation? None of them shut the fuck up. When I was your age, in my day, when I was young, shut the fuck up. You're not young. It's not your day. No one cares. No one fucking cares. You were able to buy a house with $17 at a paperclip. Go the fuck away. No one cares what you have to say. Your opinions are not only outdated, uneducated, and ignorant, they're also annoying. There's this one guy on Facebook who makes these videos where he imitates each of the generations. Ours is just really funny. Millennials is just always funny. It's just us saying sorry and saying sorry 100 times. But the fucking silent generation, and also Gen Z, I'm sorry, or not Gen Z. Yeah, you guys are annoying too. But Gen X. We were the last ones to play outside. No, you fucking what the fuck are you guys talking about? You guys were in high school, but we were playing outside too. What are you fucking talking about? We're the last ones to play outside and drink out of the hose. What in the fuck kind of logic is that? The internet wasn't around until 1998. Most of us were 9 years old. What do you think we were fucking doing? And I know it's not all Gen Xers, okay? Like, I know it's not. But it's those ones who are so fucking vocal. We were the last ones to play outside. Really? Because I remember driving or riding 4 miles on my bike one time and then getting lost. And me and my friend were really stupid. So we went to some random stranger's house and asked to use their phone to call our mom. Because we didn't have cell phones yet. Because cell phones weren't a thing yet. So, no, you weren't the last ones to play outside. I'm so fucking... That is so annoying. Because I'm pretty sure my kids play outside. So, is that called something else now besides playing outside? Is it like interactive outdoor stimulation? Is that what it's called now? Because everything needs to be clinical. Yeah. Oh, next topic. See, this is basically just an ADHD episode. The whole 10-year-olds in Sephora thing. Okay, one, why in the fuck are they just wandering around? Who the fuck drops their child off at Sephora? What the fuck? Yeah, no. Also, who the fuck is giving their kids this money? Because if we've got money to just give out, you could just hand it to us, the grown-ups, who actually know what these products are used for and we actually need them. Hyaluronic acid, why the fuck are 10-year-olds putting hyaluronic acid on their face? What in the And why are their moms not even paying attention to this? I think every AFAB needs to see the documentary Pink Ribbons, Inc. It talks about how there are zero regulations on the cosmetic industry, except for when it comes to who they can test on. There's only a handful of chemicals that are not allowed in cosmetics. Other than that, they can put whatever they want in cosmetics. Okay, so that's why I always get pissed when they say we need to find a cure for cancer. We know the cure for cancer. Chemotherapy, radiation, surgery, and all the other stuff that we do to people who have cancer. What we have to focus on is the cause of cancer. Okay? And that's what they don't want us to know, is the cause of cancer. All of these, I hate when, people get mad at people for saying, the pharmaceutical companies are keeping the cure for cancer a secret because cancer is such big business. They're half correct. They're half correct. What they're keeping from us are the causes of cancer and how they've been giving everyone cancer for our entire lives. Everyone who is alive right now has been affected by the ill decisions made by corporations. That's why we all have cancer. Everyone in St. Charles and St. Louis has toxic groundwater exposure. My mom has a group of friends. It's her and like all of these other paramedics that she's worked with for like ever. And they also grew up together and some of them went to high school together. They've all had cancer. 4 of them are dead. Because over in Earth City, they were dumping toxic waste into the creeks. And that's where all the kids play. And then it went into the groundwater and that's what they all drank. So now everyone who grew up out over there, they all moved out here because of white flight. And now everyone has cancer, and they gave it to us. I don't even want to get pre-screened because I'm pretty sure I will have some form of cancer because now my maternal grandmother, my mom, and my cousin on my mom's side have all had cancer. Now, and my aunt. My aunt had skin cancer. My grandma's sister who had breast cancer. So that's something I'm terrified of, and I don't want to, I really don't want to go through all of that shit. And my grandma was like in her 50s when she found out, and pretty soon I'll have to go get the thing. But I've already said, if I have a marker for it, I'm just getting a double mastectomy and getting implants because I'm not doing all that. I'll be fine without boobs for a couple of months. And a lot of times I think now they do the whole procedure at once. Like they take them off and put new ones in all in the same time. And I want to see if they'll do that thing where they take my own fat and put it into my boobs. Like if they can suck the extra fat out of my tummy and put it in my boobs, fuck. It's always been a dream. I don't want like a mommy makeover. I want tickle lipo. But if they can take the fat on my stomach and put it in my titties, I am here for it. Absolutely here for it. Yeah, I don't know where we're going from here. But I'm going to smoke really quick and maybe I'll get something. Oh, a big thing everyone was bitching about was like, why are they calling school? There's not even snow on the ground. Okay, most of the school districts are fighting for school bus drivers. Fighting. They're begging people to come and drive the school buses, okay? There's that. Also, they're not caring who is driving the school buses. They don't fucking care who these people are. They're not doing background checks and shit on people. They're just fucking hiring anybody who applies. Personally, I know one person who has been fired from 2 different school districts for texting and driving with kids on the bus. And they now drive for another district around here. They don't care who's driving these buses. I would much rather have the kids stay home than have some moron who has a bad track record driving them around with ice on the roads. Why are you fucking upset? Like, I get it when you have no child care. But, like, I would rather have, to figure out childcare for a day than my kid get in a fucking accident on a school bus. Yeah, I feel like that's an easy choice. It's an easy fucking choice for me. Is my kid's not getting into a fucking accident on the school bus where there's no, seatbelts and shit. Which I know why there's no seatbelts. I really don't need anybody. That's that worst fucking thing about TikTok lately. Is it's like every stupid person in the world has gotten on there and they think that hypothetical rhetorical questions are real questions and that people don't understand things and they don't get sarcasm. Because like I've said a million times, my flavor of autism is sarcasm. Like I only speak sarcasm. So I'll make videos where I'm being funny or hyperbolic and they're like, actually, I'm like, oh my God, go away. Go away. No, actually, I just block people. I don't fucking care if we're mutuals. I'm fucking so over it. I hate that shit. It's even worse when it's like a queer AFAB person who's also ADHD. I want to be like, really? You're doing this right now? What are you doing? Like it is jarring. It's like those, I like those people whose content you really like, and then all of a sudden they're like, praise Jesus, and you're like, unfollow. That's happened so many fucking times lately. I don't get it. The only reason I'm so loud about my Satanism is because Christians are so fucking loud. They're so annoying and loud, and they won't ever shut the fuck up, and they want to put their fucking Jesus into everything. It's stupid. It's so fucking stupid. That's the only reason I am so loud about my Satanism. Also, because people are stupid and they don't understand it. Stupid's my new favorite word. I'll say it 100 times. I don't care. It's the best word to describe most people. It's stupid. Fucking dumb. Moronic idiots. Hateful assholes. All these things that I'll get CGV'd for saying on fucking TikTok. Because I'm still fucking live banned. Still live banned. Don't know why. Can't appeal it. Because every time I try to appeal it, it like locks up the app and I have to restart it. And it's... TikTok is homophobic. Just saying. They like to support racists. And hate groups. And it's so dumb because you know that the moderation is automated. It's AI moderation. So, how in the fuck is some pastor screaming about killing all the gay people not hate speech, but me telling that pastor to go fuck himself is? Go fuck yourself isn't a threat. It isn't like harming anybody. I'm not saying anything that's like hate speech. I'm telling you to go fuck yourself. Actually, that's kind of like a nice thing to say to somebody. That's giving themselves pleasure. I do not understand how go fuck yourself is considered hate speech or bullying. It's a suggestion. I'm just suggesting that you go somewhere and do something else besides regurgitating all this stupid bullshit that keeps falling out of your face hole. That's all I'm asking. I'm just suggesting another activity. I don't understand how that's hate speech, okay? I just don't. And I also like how they've now they've classified Eat the Rich as like a domestic terrorist thing. Like it was on the I can't remember the name of the whatever organization it is, but they put out the new terrorist call signs and stuff, and they've added like the anarchy symbol, Eat the Rich, things like that. It's like, oh, really? 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 I'm going to eat the mic if I don't get away. But, oh, okay. And, oh God, the abortion shit. Them saying it out loud that they don't have enough workers now. We don't have enough workers. We need more workers. And coming forward straight out saying about the prisons. Oh, they're letting out everyone who had these types of misdemeanors and stuff, or the, petty felonies. And those are good workers. Like, oh my, are you fucking kidding me right now? And people still want to say that it's not the prison industrial slave system. People still want to say that systemic racism doesn't exist. And like, I can't even speak on the affirmative action thing because like, I haven't read enough about it, but that's a big thing that people are pissed about right now too. I've seen both sides of that. People are like mad because, now the legacies, which good. Why should it matter how much you've spent there unless you're contributing good things to the school? Like, if you're contributing to like DEI or inclusion or, any of those things, then that's great. That is diversifying the school and making the school a better place for everyone because everyone will have a better understanding. Not just, oh, here, let me refinish the fucking cafeteria's face for the fourth time in a decade. Thanks. That's only going to cost us $10,000. You gave us $1 million. Guess what we're going to do with the rest of the money? Like, yeah, no, fuck legacies. And, like, I'm sorry, but sounds like a cult, but it's not a cult. Alumni situations with colleges, that's a fucking cult. You're paying money to a school you don't even go to anymore, that you're probably also paying fucking money to loans that you had to pay to go to that school. So you're going to be a part of an alumni association? Who the fuck cares what college you went to? It's not even, like, prosperous to go to college anymore. It's a detriment to go to college now. Because then you're in lifelong debt with a fucking piece of paper that's not going to help you. The only people who it's worth going to college for now are engineers, doctors, surgeons, anybody who needs it for a technical reason. Business degrees? Go fuck yourselves. I know plenty of people without a business degree who could figure this shit out a lot quicker than some of the people who have business and economics degrees. You just wasted everybody's time and paper and bandwidth. I just, that got a lot off of my chest. I made a really long TikTok before I got on here so I wouldn't get out a bunch of personal stuff, but I think Audrey's about to get home and I don't want to be sitting here recording while she's home. So this was just a little check-in. I know it's been like 2-3 months. I'm sorry, guys. There's been just a lot of shit going on. I've been really fucking depressed and I've been trying to get other things done and not worry too much about the other stuff. So love you, thank you, bye. So I'm the unhinged sister. I have no interest in self-preservation. I'm so much less of a cunt than people deserve. I am death, decay, darkness, and ick. This is disgusting and dangerous. I lost the vacuum. Hey, Becky No-Blinker, do you guys know how hard it is to passive-aggressively bully someone who deserves aggressive bullying? This is just me jumping on here. I need to remind everyone that you need to register to vote and make sure that your registration is up to date. You need to be voting in all elections, local elections, the state elections, obviously the national elections like the primaries and stuff. We need to be voting. And if you are not informed on what's on the ballot, it is very, very easy to figure it out. There's a website called Ballotpedia where you can just put in your area and it'll let you know about what's going to be on the ballot the next time that you vote and when it is and everything. But you only have a certain amount of time to register to vote. So you need to go online and make sure that your registration is, up to date and everything. I know there's only a handful of reasons why people cannot register to vote, but it's not an option anymore to just not want to vote. That if you say you don't want to vote and you're not going to, you're not allowed to bitch about anything that happens because it's our only way that we have control. That, and if you can get involved in your local politics, like I said, I'm going to try to run for school board. It'll probably be a fruitless fight, but I'm going to still do it. There needs to be other people besides middle-aged men on school boards. That's creepy to me. There's only I think 2 women on our school board for my district, and that bothers me a lot. There's only 1 person of color on my school board. And so there needs to be more representation within the school boards and local councils. So if you have the ability and you have the spoons, look into running for local elections or look into endorsing people who are looking to run for local elections. There's a lot of Facebook groups. In mine, I think it's the liberal St. Louis, whatever, but join those kinds of groups because a lot of the times they're not the crazy leftists. They're just general liberals who basically have the same thoughts as us. Just please get involved in your local politics if you are wanting to see change, because that's the only way that we can actually do anything to make any kind of difference. I know when it comes to presidential elections, us as people have little to no control over anything. If you know how the Electoral College works, you know that we have little to no control over this. But when it comes to local elections, that is all us. And the only reason that it continues to be railroaded by conservative right-wing nationalists is because no one is voting in these elections and they are running unopposed. So be the opposition. Because a lot of the times when people on our side of history see that there is no one opposing, they don't vote because they figure there's no point because they have no one to vote for. So let's either support the opposition for once or be the opposition. And if you say you don't know anything about politics, these people don't know anything about politics. They know nothing about politics. They know about business. They know about money. They don't know about politics. Some of the people on the school board, only 2 people on my school board have actual education degrees. There's one guy who doesn't even have a degree. He just went to Flo Valley for a little bit and went to trade school. So, some of these local councils and stuff, you don't have to have a politician's mindset. We don't want more politicians. We want people to give their point of view and their perspective. We need to be represented by people who look and think and act like us. Not the same people who have been representing the same people since the beginning of this country's inception. Please be the opposition. Go register to vote. I just had to add a caveat on so that you guys could know that this is where my brain is at. I'm not just screaming into the void about things that I'm upset about. We are trying to make real change here. All right? Free Palestine. If you've ever thought about making your own podcast, I highly recommend using Buzzsprout. You can find a link in the show notes. And once you're there, they kind of explain everything for you. And it's really pretty cheap, honestly. They give you all kinds of tips and tools on how to increase listeners, how to promote your show, and on monetization. If you have any other questions, they are super responsive. They get back to you within a day, if not like an hour. I use Buzzsprout, and it gives me the ability to host my podcast on basically every single podcast hosting site and app. It's great. I love them. So I'm going to continue to use them. And if you are interested, you should definitely look into them. Like I said, there's a link in the show notes.